So the funny thing is after I finished watching Prey, I watched the sequel to Prey, which was Treasure Island. I'm just kidding, but I did watch Treasure Island. Now, when I first seen the trailer for Prey, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't that excited for the film. I wasn't, and I'm a big Predator fan. And I feel like this type of film has been the film that Predator fans have been waiting for the longest time. You know, a film set in the 1700s with Native Americans, and ever since Predator 2 with that pistol, the whole concept of that and the prospect of just a predator going to that time period, it's exciting, and it's exciting what they could do with the franchise going forward. I'm not trying to sound corny here, but they could literally go to like Roman times, they could go to caveman times, they could go to the Civil War, they could go to World War One, they could literally go to any point in time, and I think that's awesome, and I think they should. I think I think Predator at this point is just have fun with it, just seriously have fun with it. And I think that Predator Killer movie would be pretty interesting, but I'll get to that at the end of the video because I don't want anybody to click off. But when I first watched the trailer for Prey, wasn't that interested, but for some reason my hype level has just went up over the last couple of days, and I was super excited. Me and my wife got a pizza, we sat down, we watched it. And it's been getting a lot of praise too, which is good. And it's not getting a theatrical release, which sucks. Hopefully that changes, because I've actually heard that this film, there's a really good chance it's going to get a Blu-ray, so we'll see about that. But Prey, now what is Prey about? Prey is a prequel film, and I say that very loosely because it's not really a prequel. I mean, it's more, I would consider it more so just another Predator film that takes place before the Predator films. When I think of a prequel, I think of something that pushes a story even further, like something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning compared to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or I know it's not a prequel, but the first half of like Rob Zombie's Halloween compared to the last half of it, because you get to see sort of what happened to young Michael Myers. Or actually, I feel like I'd be spoiling this if I said it, so I'm not going to say it. But stuff like that or Dukes of Hazzard, the beginning compared to Dukes of Hazzard. When I think of a prequel, that's what I think of a prequel, something like that. So I consider Prey just more so another entry in the Predator franchise. Now, Prey, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I enjoyed it a lot. I had issues with it, and I'm going to talk about that. But for the most part, I got what I wanted, especially the last half of the film. Now, one thing, and this is a term that's been thrown around, and I kind of want to give my opinion on this because I've kind of wanted to talk about this in my videos, but I don't want to step on any toes. But at this point, I'm like, might as well be honest. The term woke being thrown around for this film. Look, I get it. I understand why people would be upset about woke stuff. But when I think of woke, I think of a narrative being used for a film that does not need to, be there. It doesn't help the film at all. There's no issue with a film having a minority in it, whether it be, female or person of color or sexuality. There's no issue with that. That shouldn't even be an issue. So I don't know why the term woke is being thrown out for the new Predator movie, because it's not really woke. It really is just a character. She's a character. I mean, is it so hard to believe that there was a female huntress back in the 1700s, that wanted to be a hunter? I mean, that's just bizarre to me. I mean, that's just the point of the story. And there are some lines of dialogue in the film where they kind of do the whole, oh, well, you can't do this. And the first time you hear it, you're like, I hate these guys. And then you keep hearing it more and more and more, and it's like, did the writers plan this? And that's an issue that I have, but it's not really anything big, because I don't think this film is woke. Black Christmas, the last one, that was a woke ass film. I had no issue with it, and I hate the term woke being thrown out. I believe if a film is about a minority, it shouldn't be automatically considered woke. I honestly think that's very distasteful, and I don't know why it has to be that way. It would be different if this film, I'm not even going to get into it because there's no real reason to. Now, my biggest issue with Prey, and I just want to throw this out there so I can get into the good stuff, it was really slow. I mean, this film runs at an hour and 40 minutes, so it's a pretty tight film, but it's just slow. Like the first 45, 50 minutes of this film, it's just really slow. I just can't explain it. The pacing is just so off. But I feel like it's one of those films where it doesn't really it doesn't really matter because you get a payoff towards the end, you know, like you get that big, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to spoil anything because I wouldn't do that, but just know this is probably my favorite Predator in the whole franchise. Like, in terms of the actual Predator, this is probably my favorite one. Just the way his movements are, and you know, just the way that the Predator just attacks people, and the gadgets, and I love how he didn't have all the gadgets compared to the other films, and he's sort of got this primal look to him. It really does just sort of set the tone and the atmosphere of the film, and especially the time period of the film, which is set in the 1700s in the Great Plains. That was filmed in Canada. But yeah, it's just the Predator does some cool as shit stuff in this. Like, I mean, he is a total badass to the point to where I was actually kind of rooting for him, even though I love the lead character in this. I couldn't help but want the Predator to kill everybody that came in his sights. There's a really cool scene with the Predator and this bear, and I won't say anything else, but it's so cool. And I feel like for the first time in the Predator franchise, we actually get to sort of get an idea of what the Predator actually is all about. You know, like, we actually get to see this person hunt, or this alien hunt. And it's so cool. It just, I feel like this is the Predator film that we've needed. Is it my favorite Predator film? Probably not, but I would probably say it's my second favorite Predator film. Honestly, if I had to rank the Predator films, I guess I'll go ahead and do them like just the main entries. It would probably be Predator 2, Predators, Predator, then Prey, and then The Predator, the last one. That's what I wanted to wait for. I wanted to wait till the end of this video to say it so nobody clicked off. I loved the last Predator film. I can't help it. I had a lot of fun with it. I'm going to leave it at that. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe. Definitely check out Prey. This film is, like I said, it's a shame that it didn't hit theaters, and it sucks because I feel like it would have done really well in theaters. It's kind of, I don't know, it's just one of those instances where you just kind of can't believe it. You know, like, it just, why wouldn't you throw it in theaters? I mean, Hulu, sure, I mean, I get it, you know, like streaming services and all that, you know, everybody's got one, but this film would have flourished in theaters, you know, like, I don't know. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're staying safe out there, and I'll see you guys next time.